special school, 'cause I am such a fool.
We open on Ned's sweaty face. Cersei and Robbo keep staring at him, which makes him even more sweaty. Cersei tries to quickly exacerbate problems. Robbo gets angry, gives her a knuckle sandwich, and then kicks her out. Ned is like, crikey, they have a shit marriage. Robbo forces Ned into remaining the Hand of the King. Tyrion has to be released. Nothing will happen to the Lannisters. The Targaryen girl still has to die. And Robbo is going on vacation. Fuck. Dany chucks another dragon egg on the Barbie. Unfortunately, it doesn't hatch. Branno is dreaming about functional legs again and following a three-eyed raven around. Hodor brings him the disabled horse saddle, and that puts a fucking smile on his dial. Theon tries to convince Robb to go to war with the Lannisters. Bran gets attacked by wildlings who want to steal his horse and all his fancy things. Robb shows up and carves through them like butter. But it's really Theon who saves the day, even though Robb never listens to his advice. The wildling named Osha is taken as a prisoner. Tyrion is still in a sky dungeon getting a bit of sleep. He tries to bribe the turnkey with gold, but he gets hit with a whacking stick. Although Arya is angry and depressed, she continues her training with the top bloke, Syrio Forel. Daenerys eats a heart for lunch. Drogo is fully proud of her. Viserys is jealous of his sister's popularity, so tries to steal her dragon eggs. But Jorah is like, nah, nice try, you little shit. Put him back and then you can go. Viserys knows he's no match for Jorah. The turnkey agrees to help Tyrion and take a deferred payment. Fucking top bloke. Tyrion decides it's time to confess his crimes, but his crimes don't involve trying to kill Branno. He admits he's guilty of gambling, perving, whoring, pranking, fucking wanking into some food his sister ate, and drinking too much. Bloody classic. These wankers keep trying to say he's guilty like Stephen Avery in Making a Murderer, so he demands a trial by combat. On his hunting vacation, Robbo keeps getting in fights with his brother. Anytime things get emotional, Lancel Lannister gives him too much wine. Ned has to sit on the Iron Throne and have a go at being Judge Judy. He makes loads of honourable decisions to weed out crime, which is going to piss off the Lannisters. A top bloke called Bronn decided to be Tyrion's champion in the trial by combat. He turns out to be fucking mint and wins Tyrion his freedom. He should get a decent paycheck. The turnkey gets paid for sending Tyrion's emails. Meanwhile, Sansa still has a crush on Joffrey, even though he's a cunt. Roz is moving to King's Landing. Theon gets one last peep show. Finally, Ned wants to send his daughters back to Winterfell. He has one last breakthrough on Ancestry.com, and Drogo kills Viserys. Dany doesn't even give a fuck. End.
Fuckwit is the place where you belong. Fuckwit is the place where you belong.
R.I.P. Viserys, you smarmy bastard. You just got a little too overconfident bullying your sister, didn't ya? Probably not a good thing to do in front of her hell-buff husband, eh? Credit to the actor Harry Lloyd for doing a great job in playing the character as charming, yet terribly threatening and menacing as he did. He was only in the series for 6 episodes, but he left a big splash, I reckon. This episode is called A Golden Crown, so it ties in as a direct reference for this final scene, although on a deeper level, a golden crown represents themes like men's lust for power, glory, wealth, and respect. Viserys was a great embodiment and vehicle for those themes. Across the Narrow Sea, Renly is a similar character, much less of an abusive wanker than Viserys, but he's still questioning Robbo's leadership skills and thinks he'd be better with power in his hands and a golden crown on his head. Theon tries to get Robb to drink the power and glory Kool-Aid by saying he should go after the Lannisters since Jaime attacked his dad. Robb is not so brash or necessarily craving a metaphorical golden crown though. Ned and Tyrion are nice polar opposites of everything an indulgent golden crown stands for, aren't they? They simply want to serve justice correctly, which of course never comes from people in power who wear that fucking golden crown. This scene with Ned on the throne is one of my favourites in the episode. We get a little taste of what a great king would be like, don't we? Although he's fucking going hard here by trying to bring in Tywin Lannister, Cersei, Jaime, Tyrion's dad, getting him to come to court to answer for the crimes of his soldiers like Gregor the Mountain Clegane. It's such an amazing moment. He goes in so hard, and although you could say that is dumb as fuck in the political adult world, Yeah, we get a taste of what a great king would be like. If he was able to pull this off and bring Tywin and the Mountain to justice for committing war crimes in little villages and shit, Season 4 would have been very different for a couple of characters, eh? Oh, look, it's too sad to overthink about and go into too much depth. My other favourite scenes in this episode were Tyrion's trial by combat, good little action sequence, seeing this origin story of how Bronn helped him win his freedom is good shit. I also really like this tiny little scene between Theon and Ros. Alfie Allen is just such a mint actor. His scenes at the moment take up tiny portions of the time code, but he sneaks in enough emotion in there to leave you wanting more. The little love plot of a Stark prisoner boy and the local whore is actually really lovely. They have excellent chemistry. Syrio Forel continues to be awesome. Arya and Sansa dealing with the attack on their father in their own ways was well delivered too. And of course this final scene where Viserys gets his comeuppance was well paced and pretty damn satisfying. Drogo managed to kill him within the rules of the Dothraki tent, i.e. don't spill any blood, so that gives him 1,000 additional badass points. That's about it. It was mostly business in this episode after the climax of Jaime and Ned going toe-to-toe in the last step. It slowed shit down and showed us the chess pieces moving around the board again, which is fair enough. Top work by Danny for not spewing after this feed as well. Shit is gonna get real as we approach the tail end of this mega classic opening season of Thrones. Cheers!